tell me,
Yeah.
what was your favorite process in the making of that music video for Dumb Mistake?
Oh, well, the whole thing, because that was the first time we did a full concept music video for
Oh,
somebody.
that was tiring as hell.
Yes,
We both were like so tired. I think we slept for like a day straight.
and we had done music videos before that, but that was the first time that we really taken, we're doing something of that magnitude with so many actors and so many locations. And it was a learning process, and it was also a ton of fun. Like, honestly, it was great, having Brandon, honestly, and working with Brandon in that was such a privilege. It was awesome, like, and having so many awesome actors too, like, because we had Brandon was there, Brandon's mates were there, all veterans. Danny's family, some of Danny's family was also in the video. They were nice enough to come in, so it was also a very very deep.
It was a
very
meaning,
deep song.
It was a very meaningful song.
Yeah.
Because we went. I know that both you, Brendan, and we talked a lot about how can we create a captivating music video. Because nowadays there's so many of these music videos that are so similar,
Yeah.
similar shots, similar things, and we were like, like,
Yeah.
you got
Yeah.
all those. We got all these, outside thinking directors who influenced us. And I know we talked so much about him. Like, we want him to look at himself. Okay, how do we do that? I'm like, let's crop it. How do we shoot it? And then how can we, you had that crazy idea of let's do this drone shot where it's twisting and going up. And Brendan, you gotta break that down a little bit of where did that idea come from?
Well, the idea of that shot when we were doing it was, so the whole video is basically Brandon kind of finding peace. So that shot actually, in a weird way, is like you have a circle of people around Brandon, and we talked about it so much, Danny and me, and we wanted it to kind of, represent, like, basically an execution bag. It's like it represents like the bags that you would put on somebody, that's gonna be killed. So it's a powerful imagery because he's kind of like moving past that, crouching up, looking at the sky. He's letting go of, let's say, of that, and I feel like, or even just like looking at the sky and kind of like, I don't know, like freeing himself. It's really interesting. I don't know. Like, I feel like the whole imagery for that was really interesting. The whole process, and like, I feel like, well, we wanted the red grass for the same reason, for blood, So it's funny it's so dark, but yeah, like I know it's a 360 from the conversation, but it's a dark video.
It's like yin and yang.
Yeah.
Like, there's no lightness without the dark.
No, yeah.
And at the same time, we tell two stories. Him in the past having to go through that dark side, but then through the shaman and through these different parts of his rebirth process, he finds peace and moves forward. Now, that's easier to say, but then the images that we used, we wanted to find very powerful images, and I think we got it. It was think it was a lot of work, but I'm very proud of that work.
Yeah, and that's, I think, what's nice about video and art in general, that you do something, you don't know how people will interpret it, and I feel like each interpretation of it is valid. Because, like, we thought about it like that when we were doing it. That was the meaning maybe that we had in our heads. But, if you all, when you see it, you have a different meaning, that's awesome. Because I feel like at the end of the day, what we want to do, though, is have, and hopefully we achieve that with that video, is having visuals that are interesting, that are, fun for us to do, that are something we think is interesting, something that we think is beautiful to look at. That's what we're always looking for. Especially Danny and me, we're really love, like, I feel like visually striking images.
Right.
And videos, we always talk about, there's always, like, I would say, like 3-4 sequences or images that we always think, okay, these are the images that are really going to stand out in the video. And sometimes it just happens in the day of the video and we're like, that's the image. Or sometimes it's something that we really plan, like with Brandon. But it's these images that we really, let's say the climax is the highlights of the video that we really want to emphasize.
I think what we want these viewers to get from it is we want to make them think. I love the movies, and I know you are also, you're like, you gotta watch it a couple of times, and each time you see kind of something else. Like, you have these layers that kind of unfolds with each see-through, if it makes sense.